everyone, welcome to all of you. So we are discussing sexual reproduction in flowering plant. In this lecture we are going to discuss about pollination and various types of pollination. So in previous portion we have already gone through that male gamete form in a produce in pollen grain and female gamete produce in embryonic sac, and once this both the gamete have formed, so there is need of fertilization, right? So how this process it is take place? Fertilization in plant it is take place by pollination. So what is pollination? It is transfer of pollen grain shades from the anther to the stigma of the pistil. So this is termed as a pollination. So there are so many mechanisms flowering plants have evolved and have developed through which they are able to pollinate their cells. So and there are so many external agent. In next lecture we are going to learn about that. What are these external agent through which pollination it is take place. So let's have a look on types of pollination. First one, it is autogamy. Auto means self, gamy means fertilization, so it is self fertilization. So in this type of pollination, pollination take place between the same flower, stigma and anther of the same flower. In this case you can see here in both of this case. So this is anther and this is stigma. So pollination take place between this anther and stigma, like this pollen grain will shades from the anther on the stigma of the same flower. So this is known as a autogamy. And in normal flower which open and expose the anther and the stigma, complete autogamy is rather rare. Why? Because you can see this is the normal flower. So sometime anther get mature and earlier mature than compare with the stigma, and sometimes stigma get early mature compare with the anther. So rather it is rare. Sometime it is rare process of the autogamous in this type of flower. So but autogamy in such flower requires synchrony in pollen release and stigma respectively, and also the anther and the stigma should lie close to each other. There is one another solution of this problem, although what create this problem, it is maturation period of this anther and we can say stigma. Now some plants such as viola, common pansy, like in other oxalis and camellia. So in this type of plant, flower produce two types. They are producing flower two types. One is chasmogamous and one is cleistogamous flower. So in this case you can see here this is chasmogamous flower. So this is normal flower, you can see here, right? So this is normal flower, this is chasmogamous. And but this cleistogamous flower, it is something, it is abnormal because it is closed. The petals are closed, or we can say anther and stigma it is covered by this petal. So in this type of flower, cleistogamous flower, it is invariably autogamous. Why? Because as I told you, because anther, let's say this is anther and this is stigma. So stigma and anther it is covered by the all petal. So that's the reason there is no need of any pollinator, right? And we can say it is invariably autogamous because both the organ are covered. So there are only one chance and it is autogamous. It has an advantage or disadvantage, we can say. Actually it has advantage as well as disadvantage too. What is advantage? As I stated earlier, there is no need of pollinator. And what is disadvantage? Actually continuous autogamous will lead to inbreeding depression. Now what mean by geitonogamy? So geitonogamy, it is pollination take place between two different flower of the same plant. You can see here in case of this maize plant, so this is male portion, this is female portion, but functionally we can say geitonogamy, it is cross pollination. There is cross pollination, so there is need of wind, and sometime some insect, for example this honeybee will come and it will pollinate this plant or this flower. So functionally this geitonogamy it is cross pollination. Now what mean by xenogamy? So xenogamy, it is pollination take place between two different flower of two different plant. In this case you can see here, this plant it is placed in different area and this plant it is placed in different area, and that's the reason, you know, pollination take place between two different flower of the two different plant. But you need to note down one thing, it is a different plant of the same species. And you should note down one thing that you know, this type of pollination, it is only pollination which during that it brings genetically different type of pollen grain. So there is no, you know, genetic depression, because we can say this is a plant, you know, this plant it is placed another area, and that's the reason there is no, you know, we can say genetic depression, because it is coming from the different areas. That's the reason. Now in summary we can say that is what mean by cell pollination. So it is pollination take place between the same flower, right, of the between the same sexual organ. And what is gaetanogamous means pollination take place between two different flower of the same plant. So in this case we can also say it is gaetanogamy. And what is cross pollination or xenogamy? So it is pollination take place between two different flower of the two different plant. And in this chart you can say, like, you can classify the things. Pollination is self pollination divided into autogamy and gaetanogamy. So autogamous again divide direct and indirect. Now what mean by direct? So direct, it is, you know, we have already gone through, this is pollination take place between the same flower, and there is no need of any such like, you know, such pollinator agent. And in case of indirect autogamy we can say sometime, you know, such pollinating agent will come and it will pollinate this flower, and that's the reason actually there is no intention of pollination for this honeybee. Actually she came for the, you know, nectar, and by this it will fill this purpose too, right? Now cross pollination. So cross pollination again divide into, you know, it based on plant and based on factor. So in next lecture we are going to discuss about this anemophily, hydrophily and zoophily. Anemophily means pollination through wind, pollination through, you know, water means hydrophily, and pollination through various animals, so it is zoophily. In case of based on plants, so there will be allogamy and xenogamy we have gone through, and hybridism too. In upcoming topics we will going to discuss about hybridism, means, you know, outbreeding devices and what are this. So in next lecture we are going to discuss about agents of pollination. So these are the abiotic and biotic, right? So abiotic means wind and water, and biotic means zoophily, and it is through animals like mammals, reptile, birds and insect. And there are so many terms for this various kind of pollination. Next lecture we are going to discuss about this, right? So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, so kindly subscribe this channel and share with your friends. Thank you.